Hello, baseball fans. It's about 1 a.m. in Las Vegas, and this is the very first episode of Baseball Issues. I am Dan Arfin. I am a Mets fan. This is not going to be a Mets channel. Even though we got a big Carlos Beltran picture in the background, we got a Carlos Beltran bobblehead doll still right here in the box. I've had this thing for years. And now I got to think about how Carlos Beltran is the manager of the Mets, and even though he's not getting suspended by the league, his name was mentioned specifically in this Houston Astros sign stealing scandal. Boy, brutal spot for the Mets here. Just unlucky. I think they could have kept Mickey Callaway one more season because of their good second half. I don't really like Callaway, but whatever. I mean, they're all the same now. You might as well stick to the guy who's been developing a little bit of grit, but that's another conversation. Beltran gets hired, and then a week later, this whole thing breaks. And what do you do now as the Mets? What do you do with your manager? And I think you got to fire it. Manfred has not suspended any of the players because he's not sure how much everybody was involved. It sounds like the whole team was involved. Most of the team was involved, according to the report. Did Beltran have a lot to do with it? Maybe, maybe not. But it says in the report that he had a meeting with the Astros to talk about how to improve their sign-stealing act. And I don't care that the players are not being suspended. You have to get rid of Beltran if you're the Mets. You're going to have the distraction the entire season. Everywhere you go, there's going to be boos. Every time a Met hits a home run, someone's going to wonder, oh, did they steal the sign? People can speculate now that Beltran was brought in to help the Mets steal signs. You know, Alex Cora, the bench coach of the Astros, he's in big trouble. He's suspended, whatever. He's now the manager of the Red Sox. They fired him. He was cheating with an Apple Watch in the dugout. You know, it's teams, guys, it went around the league. So you can even speculate that Beltran is coming to the Mets to try and do this here. So it's just, there's no reason the Mets need to keep Beltran. He's never managed before. What do they need him for? It sucks to have to get a random manager last minute, but getting rid of Beltran is the most important thing right now. And if that means bringing on an interim manager, then so be it. You cannot have this distraction. This has been one of the most gigantic, worst, miserable things to happen in baseball. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if there's all kinds of other funny business going around the other league, if perhaps other teams are doing this or doing something else to try and steal signs or anything that breaks the rules. You know, there's dirt and gambling and corruption all over sports. It's everywhere else that there's a lot of money, so why wouldn't it be in sports? But these guys are caught. I mean, that's all that matters. And I think Manfred is going too soft on his punishments. He's in a tough spot with the players, but you know, I don't want to see AJ Hinch or Cora or any of these guys ever on a field again. Just get them out forever. That'll send the message about how seriously you want to take cheating. It may sound over the top. Too bad. You cheated. You broke the rules. You're not entitled to this or that. You know what the rules were, and you broke them. I mean, in Singapore, they practically give you the death penalty if you spit in public. Well, guess what? Nobody spits. So, you know, if these players are acting like a bunch of babies, then that's how you got to treat them. Done for life. And seeing what some Met fans think, I'm surprised at how many of them don't seem to care that Beltran even did this. They're like, oh, whatever, he was a player, he's a Met now, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's just, I don't understand it. You know, Beltran is going to be a distraction at best for the New York Mets. And I'd be saying this about if he was the manager for any other team, I'd be saying this. I mean, I love Beltran. Look at the picture. Look at him. That was a walk-off home run he hit against the Cardinals in 2006. In the regular season, of course. We know how the playoffs ended. Maybe that at bat is what inspired Beltran to get involved with this. You know, it's too bad if Beltran was just kind of going along with it, and maybe he didn't. Well, no. No, like the report said, Beltran was helping how to make it better, you know? I mean, I'm sure there were players on the team who went along with it that didn't really, know what to do. It's like, what as a player, what do? You're going to rat it on your own team during the season? I'm sure guys went with it because what else are they going to do? The report also said how some players thought it was ineffective, and if anything, it was doing more harm than good. And I could see how that might be the case in certain at-bats, but it doesn't matter. Stands to reason it helped most of the time, and it doesn't even matter if it completely screwed the Astros because they're cheating. They broke the rules. So I think that's it. That's today's baseball issues. We'll be talking to you during the season, during the rest of the off season, as more stories develop, as more news about this story comes out. Everyone's got an opinion about this. So, all right, guys, if you like my video, whatever, click subscribe. We'll talk more baseball. And good morning from Las Vegas. Good night.